can't stand their children. Chances are that you or someone you know have a friend that you really enjoy spending time with, but you just wish maybe they'd leave their kids at home this time. It's a situation that is tough to handle. Do you end the friendship? Do you grin and bear it? What do you do? Well, here were some tips this morning when parenting styles come between friends as licensed mental health counselor Shantala Boss. Great to see you. How are you?
Well. Very good.
Okay, so a lot of times what I find in situations like this, maybe they have a child who's disruptive or acting out, and it's disruptive to your friendship and to your relationship and when you try to do things together, because otherwise, right, it's like, oh, that's their problem.
Right.
It's when you're together.
Right. Well, I think perspective is important. Looking at it as, why is their behavior bothering you? Are they directly being disrespectful to you or bullying your children? Are they causing disruptions that may make you very uncomfortable? And why is that? Is it what you're perceiving to be a problem? Is it a social economic issue? Is it a cultural issue? Possibly like religion, or the way that the children are brought up may be different than you. So trying to get yourself out of the box and looking at it from a different frame of reference and being a little bit more objective. Like, why are they the way they are?
Yeah.
Is it a split family? Are there step brothers and sisters and parents that are involved? And so what is in their control and what isn't, and trying not to take it as personally, I think, is really important.
At what point, or do you never, bring it up with the parent and say, look, I really love little Johnny or Sue, but there are some issues here I just want to make you aware of? Do you cross a line there?
I think it depends on where you are in your friendship. And we're saying best friends. If it's a best friend, it's really someone that you can totally be honest with and share life experience with and feel comfortable. So if you're at that place in your friendship, you can even bring up your own parenting tips. Like, well, you know, I went through that too, and kind of collaborate with them because you're in the same stage of life probably, and how did you deal with that? Instead of pointing fingers and saying, well, I think that this should be done this way, say, hey, I saw that little Johnny did that, and guess what I did with Susie the other day that really helped fix that problem? Maybe we could try it.
Instructive.
Exactly.
I like that.
Exactly.
Okay, but Shantala, what if it's something as simple as, you know, so-and-so allows their children to curse, and then they curse in front of my kids, and now my kids are cursing. What do I do?
Good point. Well, you know what? We can't socially isolate our children, right? They go to school every day. They see all these things. So this can be a perfect learning opportunity to say, like, yes, they do curse, but at our home we don't. And this is why we don't. And, you know, children are not fully developed. They're very tuned to peer pressure, and they want to do all these things. So actually being able to be present with them when they're going through that and explaining it to them can be a real positive thing, because they're going to see it when they get to school. So saying, hey, no, we don't have to do what everyone else does. We can do this, and it's different, and it's okay. So it's a real great opportunity to educate them.
But it's not a situation where you say, oh, I just can't be friends with this person anymore.
Not unless you're to the point where you're like, you know, I feel like I'm being disrespected. I feel like boundaries have been crossed with these children, and I feel like my children are being disrespected. At that point, maybe you need to look at, you know, relationships in and out of our lives. Our whole life, we have a best friend. It changes over time and where we are in our life, and maybe that's all that's going on. And maybe down the road, as the kids age, things will change. Setting some boundaries and limits is fine.
I love it. It's good advice. Every parent goes through it at some point. Shantala, how can our viewers find you?
My website is shantalaboss.com.
Okay, great to see you. Thanks for being here this morning. Okay, 9:15.